Of the 9 people preparing for today's show, only one will take home prize money of up to £10,000. The rest of the team will leave with nothing, as one by one they're voted off as the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people in the studio here today could win up to £10,000. They don't know each other, however. If they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player, voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
My name is Marcus, I'm 42, I'm from Mosley in Lancashire, and I'm a local government housing manager.
I'm Nicola, an insurance technician from Edinburgh, and I'm 26.
I'm Julie from Cheshunt, I'm 34 and work as a legal secretary.
I'm Jack, I'm a student, I'm 21 and I live in London.
I'm David, aged 53, from Redcar in Cleveland. I'm a materials controller.
I'm Victoria, I live in Stockport, I'm a student.
I'm Carol, I'm 51 and I'm from Ilford in Essex.
I'm Paul, a 29-year-old systems developer from Chertsey in Surrey.
I'm Jerry, 48, a train driver from Dilton Marsh in Wiltshire.
Now the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. In round 1, there are 3 minutes on the clock. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Carol. Let's play the weakest link. The first question is for £20. Start the clock. Carol, which American president issued the Emancipation Proclamation in the 1860s?
Washington.
Abraham Lincoln. Paul, a hive usually contains a queen, workers, and which other type of honeybee?
Drones.
Correct. Jerry, in the cartoon Tom and Jerry, is Jerry the cat or the mouse?
The mouse.
Correct. Marcus, in geology, the gemstone jade is what colour?
Blue.
Green. Nicola, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, was one of 10 children. Was she the youngest or the second youngest?
Second youngest.
Correct. Julie, which of these islands is not part of the Isles of Scilly? Tresco, St Martin's or Sark?
Sark.
Correct. Jack, complete the title of this musical, Seven Brides for what?
7 Brothers.
Correct. David, which Brazilian football legend was the youngest player in the 1958 World Cup final, aged 17?
Pele.
Correct. Victoria, in which Shakespeare play is the line to be or not to be? That is the question.
Hamlet.
Correct. Carol, Catherine II of Russia was better known by which title?
Catherine the Great.
Correct. Paul, which US state is nicknamed the Golden State?
Virginia.
California. Jerry, in France, was Action Française a political movement of the left or the right?
The left.
The right. Marcus, who starred in and sang the title tune of the film White Christmas?
Bing Crosby.
Correct. Nicola, which monarch is credited with the phrase, "We are not amused"?
Queen Victoria.
Correct. Julie,
Bank.
Strasbourg is a city in which country?
Austria.
France. Jack, which athletics event was revolutionised by Dick Fosbury in 1968?
The high jump.
Correct. David, which sea is the walkway used by models at a fashion show?
I don't know.
Catwalk. Victoria, which music icon died on the 16th of August 1977?
Elvis.
Correct. Carol, how long is the current maximum term for a UK Parliament?
4 years.
5 years. Paul,
Bank.
with which musical instrument would you use a mute, a trumpet or an oboe?
Trumpet.
Correct. Jerry, on a ship, what is the galley?
It's the kitchen.
Correct. Marcus, what was Del Boy and Rodney's surname in the TV series Only Fools and Horses?
Trotter.
Correct. Nicola,
Bank.
which British Prime Minister coined the phrase, "the pound in your pocket"?
Asquith.
Harold Wilson. Julie, In 1605, which building did Guy Fawkes plan to destroy with gunpowder?
The Houses of Parliament.
Correct. Jack. Who is the actor Michael Douglas's famous father?
Kirk Douglas.
Correct. David. In the animal kingdom, what name is usually given to an adult female sheep?
A ewe.
Correct.
Bank.
Victoria. A male High Court judge traditionally becomes a knight when appointed, but what does a female one become?
QC.
A dame. Carol. In which year did the United States enter the First World War?
1914.
Time's up. The correct answer was 1917. And team, of the £1,000 available, you won 450. Who is already looking like a very shaky member of the team? Who, frankly, has already reached the end of the road? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The first strongest link of the game is Jack, who answered all his questions correctly. The weakest link statistically is Carol, who got the most questions wrong. But will the rest of the team have realised that?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Carol.
Marcus. Victoria.
Carol.
Carol.
Nicola.
David.
Carol.
Carol.
Right. Paul, have you got a degree in maths, Paul?
Yes, I have.
Right. Let me ask you this question. If the person behind you gets the question wrong, how much money is there for you to bank?
0.
Good.
I was excited to meet you, Anne.
Good. That's 2 goods. Jerry, why Carol?
Unfortunately, somebody's got to be the first one out, and I thought Carol was the weakest link.
Right, she was too. Carol, you were the worst player, and you've been voted the weakest link. Goodbye.
I voted for David because he got a very, very simple question wrong, which was the catwalk question. And I thought that was so simple to the questions that I had. I think Nicola will go next. She's very hesitant. But there seems to be a conspiracy. If you notice, all the men voted for me. None of the girls did, but all the men did.
Round 2, team. So far you have in the bank £450, but of course by now you could have had £1,000. 8 players are left. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Jack. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jack, in which city is Jamaica's principal port?
Kingston.
Correct. David, which Dickens novel features Bill Sikes and Nancy?
Oliver.
Oliver Twist is the correct answer. I can't accept Oliver. Victoria, Shire and Barb are both types of which animal?
Horse.
Correct. Paul, which type of billiards is the 1961 film The Hustler based around?
Paul.
Correct. Jerry, in food, from which country does feta cheese originate?
Greece.
Correct. Marcus, with which legendary rock and roll band was Bill Wyman a bass player?
The Rolling Stones.
Correct. Nicola.
Bank.
In nature, do lilies grow from seeds or bulbs?
Bulbs.
Correct. Julie, what type of hat was Tommy Cooper famous for wearing?
Fez.
Correct. Jack, of which former European country did Václav Havel become president in 1989?
The Czech Republic.
No, it was called Czechoslovakia. David, is Edinburgh east or west of Glasgow?
West.
East. Victoria, how many feet are there in 1,000 yards?
352.
3,000. Paul, in pop music, from which country do the Corrs hail?
Ireland.
Correct. Jerry, by what name are the indigenous people of Australia and Tasmania known?
Aborigines.
Correct. Marcus.
Bank.
Did American sportsman Babe Ruth play basketball, baseball or American football?
Baseball.
Correct. Nicola, in which century did the English poet Lord Byron die?
19th.
Correct. Julie, in our solar system, is the planet Pluto or Mercury closer to the sun?
Mercury.
Correct. Jack,
Bank.
in which country will the 2004 Summer Olympics take place?
Athens.
Greece. David, what F is a low-lying flat area of peaty marshes?
Don't know.
Ben. Victoria, which legendary British-born stars' films include The Gold Rush and The Great Dictator?
Charlie Chaplin.
Correct. Paul. The Zambezi River is on which continent?
South Africa.
Africa. Jerry. In medicine, rhinology is the study of disease in which part of the body?
The nose.
Correct. Marcus, which artist predicted that everyone would be famous for 15 minutes?
Andy Warhol.
Correct. Nicola.
Bank.
In Christian religion, what M is the name given to a male member of a monastic order?
Don't know.
Monk. Julie. In motor racing, in what decade did Ferrari win their first Formula One Constructors' Championship?
50s.
1960s. Jack. Is the guinea pig native to North America or South America?
South America.
Correct. David.
Bank.
Which TV sitcom character's well-known catchphrase was "Ooh, Betty"?
Frank Fenton.
That was the correct answer, but time was up. And in that round, Team U banked £420, so another £1,000 target missed. Who already is not coping with the pressure? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Marcus is the strongest link in this round because he got all his questions right and banked money for the team. The worst player statistically is David. He failed to answer a single question correctly, but will his teammates have picked up on this?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
David.
David. Paul.
David.
Nicola.
David.
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 Right. Team, can I just suggest that you listen very carefully to the questions, because if I ask for the name of a continent, there is no point giving me the name of a country, and if I ask for the name of a country, there is no point giving me the name of a capital city. Talking of which, Jack, why did you vote for David?
Again, I thought David was unlucky, perhaps more on hesitation this time than on getting questions wrong, because again, I think the team did answer a lot of questions well.
Well, it's good of you to be so polite. Victoria, why David?
Too many questions wrong.
Okay. David, with 6 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think Julie will be voted off on the next round. I'm not sure that she's banking any money. She may be getting correct answers, but she doesn't come across as a strong personality as the rest of the team do.
Round 3, team, and in the bank so far is £870 out of a possible 2,000 you could have won by now. You are down to 7 players. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Marcus. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Marcus, in nature, is old man's beard another name for wild clematis or wild pansy?
Pansy.
Wild clematis. Nicola, in the university degree abbreviation BA, what English word does the B stand for?
Bachelor.
Correct. Julie, technically, is rhubarb a fruit or a vegetable?
Fruit.
A vegetable. Jack, how many of Henry VIII's wives were called Catherine?
2.
3. Victoria, Sir Anthony Eden resigned as Prime Minister following a crisis over which canal?
Suez.
Correct. Paul, Die Welt is a newspaper from which country?
South Africa.
Germany. Jerry, what is the name of Mick Jagger's oldest daughter?
Jade.
Correct. Marcus, is Sandhurst an Army or a Navy officer training school?
Army.
Correct. Nicola, what nationality is the author John Grisham?
American.
Correct. Julie, in the animal kingdom, what T describes the middle section of an arthropod?
Trunk.
Thorax. Jack, was the creator of the children's classic Tintin French or Belgian?
He was Belgian.
Correct. Victoria, F.W. de Klerk was president of which country from 1989 to 1994?
Rhodesia.
South Africa. Paul, in which sport is Steve Redgrave an Olympic gold medal winner?
Rowing.
Correct. Jerry, In the human body, if you were suffering from cirrhosis, what organ would be diseased?
The liver.
Correct. Marcus, which 1942 film contains the line, "Here's looking at you, kid"?
Casablanca.
Correct. Nicola.
Bank.
Does the coastal town of Cleethorpes lie on the west or east coast of England?
West.
East. Julie. In nature, what T is the swollen underground part of a stem or root used for food storage?
Pass.
Tuba. Jack. In physics, what word is used to describe the change of matter from vapour to liquid?
Condensation.
Correct. Victoria.
Bank.
Which V is one of the 13 original states of the USA?
Virginia.
Correct. Paul. In the New Testament, was the Apostle Andrew a fisherman or a farmer?
Farmer.
A fisherman. Jerry. The Rembrandt song "I'll Be There For You" is the theme song from which American sitcom?
Friends.
Correct. Marcus.
Bank.
Is golf a current Olympic event?
Sorry.
Is golf a current Olympic event?
No.
Correct. Nicola.
Bank.
Was the dinosaur Allosaurus a carnivore or a herbivore?
Herbivore.
Carnivore. Time's up, and in that round you banked a very disappointing £160, team. Who is letting you down? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The only player who didn't get a question wrong in this round is Jerry, so he's the strongest link. Julie was the only player who didn't get a question right, so she's the weakest link statistically. But who will collect the votes?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Julie.
Julie.
Nicola.
Julie.
Nicola.
Julie.
Julie.
Nicola. Why Julie?
I think she got the most questions wrong.
Yes, you weren't far behind, were you, Nicola?
No, but I did bank some money.
Good. OK. Julie, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It's upsetting to be voted out as the weakest link, but I didn't perform particularly well on that round, so I expected it. I think it could be Nicola or perhaps Victoria who'll be voted off the next round. It depends on the questions.
Round 4, team. In the bank is £1,030. That's out of potential prize money of £3,000. There are 6 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have only 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Jerry. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jerry, in which decade did the first Disney theme park open in California?
1940s.
1950s. Marcus, in the human body, if you were suffering from hypothermia, would you have a higher or lowered body temperature?
Lower.
Correct. Nicola, which Italian-born racing jockey survived an air crash in June of this year?
Frankie Dettori.
Correct. Jack, are a horse's withers on its back or on its legs?
They are on its back.
Correct. Victoria, according to Homer, did the Greeks or the Trojans win the Trojan War?
The Greeks.
Correct. Paul,
Bank.
Does Bamburgh Castle lie on the east or west coast of England?
West.
East. Jerry, what is the German translation for the English phrase thank you?
Banker.
Correct. Marcus, in pop music, who was George Michael's partner in Wham?
Andrew Ridgeley.
Correct. Nicola, in the Chinese calendar, will the year 2001 be the year of the snake or the monkey?
The snake.
Correct. Jack, which Hollywood actor won an Academy Award for his role in the 1979 film Kramer vs. Kramer?
Dustin Hoffman.
Correct. Victoria.
Bank.
The cities of Karachi and Lahore are in which country?
Pakistan.
Correct. Paul, in which decade of the 20th century was the first UK Labour government formed?
30s.
1920s. Jerry, outside of sprinting, at which event was Carl Lewis an Olympic champion?
Long jump.
Correct. Marcus, Greenland and the Faroe Islands are dependencies of which country?
Denmark.
Correct. Nicola, In needlework, herringbone, feather and double whipped are all types of what?
Sewing.
Stitch. Jack. According to St. Luke, how many loaves of bread did Jesus share with the crowd at Bethsaida?
3.
5. Victoria. What is the first name of Madonna's son born this year?
Rocco.
Correct. Paul. How are the high-speed Japanese trains commonly referred to?
Bullets.
Correct. Jerry. In food, the chorizo spiced sausage originated in which country?
Poland.
Spain. Marcus. What nationality was Nadia Comaneci when she won Olympic gold?
Romanian.
Correct. Nicola.
Thanks.
How many gold rings did my true love send to me in the song The 12 Days of Christmas? That was the correct answer, but your time was up, and in that round, team, you won £470. Who is very clearly the worst player? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
With 4 correct answers, Marcus is the strongest link for the second time in the game. The weakest link statistically is Paul. He got only 1 question right, but he did bank £200 for the team. Will that help him when his teammates vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Jack.
Paul.
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 Nicola.
Paul.
Right. Jerry, why Paul?
I had a bad round this round, but I think Paul got one more wrong than I did.
No, he didn't actually. He got the same amount wrong as you did.
Oh, well, I haven't got a degree in maths.
OK. Paul, it's votes that count. With 4 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
It's a shame to be voted off, but I'm bitterly disappointed, but they're a smug lot, so they'll get what's coming to them. I hope Victoria goes next. She's been patronising and trying to motivate people for her own gain. She's been very patronising in between rounds, trying to gee everybody up and sort of winking at me and saying it's all OK, whereas she had actually voted for me.
Round 5, team. Your total in the bank so far is £1,500. If you'd hit your targets, it would be £4,000. There are 5 players left. Another 10 seconds is coming off the time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Marcus. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Marcus, commonly found on food packaging, what is a UPC better known as?
Don't know.
A barcode. Nicola. In the TV programme, what special ability did the horse Mr. Ed possess?
He spoke.
Correct. Jack. Who played the Spaniard in the year 2000 film Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
Correct. Victoria. With which national team would you associate rugby union player Gavin Hastings?
Wales.
Scotland. Jerry. In a standard Trivial Pursuit game, what colour represents a science and nature question?
Green.
Correct. Marcus, what type of musical instruments are the oboe and the flute?
Woodwind.
Correct. Nicola. Which World War I poet wrote The Soldier, which contains the line, "If I should die, think only this of me"?
Wilfred Owen.
Rupert Brooke. Jack. To which political party did John Profumo, the central figure in the Profumo affair, belong?
He was a Conservative.
Correct. Victoria. In show business, Joseph Keaton was better known by which nickname?
Buster.
Correct. Jerry.
Bank.
The berries of which tree provide the flavour in gin?
Juniper.
Correct. Marcus. What is the British equivalent of the American IRS?
Don't know.
The Inland Revenue. Nicola. What was Robert Kilroy Silk's occupation before he became a talk show host?
He was a teacher.
He was an MP. Jack. Which French post-impressionist is known for his paintings of Tahitian people?
Don't know.
Gauguin. Victoria. Which Welsh actor married, divorced and remarried Elizabeth Taylor?
Richard Burton.
Correct. Jerry. Complete the title of the Stevie Wonder ballad I just called to say what?
I love you.
Correct.
Bank.
Marcus. In biology, what are the tiny air sacs in the lungs called?
Don't know.
Alveoli. Nicola. In literature, which boy's secret diaries were first published by Sue Townsend when he was 13 3/4?
Adrian Mole.
Correct. Jack. The Southeast Asian island of Bali is part of which country?
Indonesia.
Correct. Victoria, in
Bank.
which decade did breakfast television begin in the United Kingdom?
The 1980s.
Correct. Jerry, which Scotsman won Olympic gold for Britain in the 1980 Olympic 100 metres
Alan
final?
Wells.
That is the correct answer, but time was up. And in that round, team, you won a disappointing £170. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Having been the strongest link twice, Marcus is the weakest link statistically in this round. In all 4 previous rounds, the team have voted off the worst player. But will Marcus's earlier strong performance save him when it comes to the voting?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Victoria.
Marcus.
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 Right, Nicola, why Marcus?
I think he got the most questions wrong.
Right, only one more than you.
Still one more.
Indeed, Marcus, you've only got 2 questions wrong in the whole game before that last round, but it's no excuse. In that last round, you were the worst player. And you have been voted the weakest link. Goodbye.
I feel that their decision was right. I'm not ashamed to say that. I think it was right. I had to vote for somebody. I had to vote for me because I got 3 wrong. I think Victoria will probably be voted off next because she's hesitating and taking too much time over the questions.
Round 6, team, and in the bank so far is £1,670. By now, of course, you could have won £5,000. You have kicked off anyone wearing a blue shirt, anyone wearing an orange shirt, anyone who's a legal secretary, anyone with a maths degree, and anyone from Essex. There are just 4 players left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Jerry. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jerry, when writing to a justice of the peace on judicial business, it is correct to add which 2 letters after their name?
Pass.
JP. Nicola, in which country did the silk industry begin?
India.
China. Jack. In the Bible, Moses led the Jews out of enslavement and into the border of the Promised Land from which country?
From Egypt.
Correct. Victoria. Which dame won an Oscar for her role in The Passage to India in 1984?
Judi Dench.
Peggy Ashcroft. Jerry. In which country is Lake Winnipeg?
Canada.
Correct. Nicola, what relation was Queen Victoria to William IV?
Aunt.
Niece. Jack, in America, what is the name given to the ceremony when the new president is sworn in?
Inauguration.
Correct. Victoria, in which century did the German composer Johann Sebastian Bach die?
18th.
Correct. Jerry, who said, "I love Mickey Mouse more than any woman I have ever known"?
Walt Disney.
Correct. Nicola,
Bank.
Which Canadian author wrote the 1986 novel The Handmaid's Tale?
Pass.
Margaret Atwood. Jack, which animal has a system of burrows called a set?
Badgers.
Correct. Victoria, which city is overlooked by Table Mountain?
Rio de Janeiro.
Cape Town. Jerry, which Shakespearean king cried, a horse, my kingdom for a horse"?
Richard III.
Correct. Nicola, which American pop star played the lead in the 1983 film Purple Rain?
Prince.
Correct. Jack, which port in northern France saw the evacuation of over 300,000 British and French troops in May and June 1940?
Dunkirk.
Correct. Victoria,
Bank.
which country was the first to have parking meters?
UK.
America. Jerry, in medicine, emphysema is damage caused to which organ in the human body?
The lungs.
Correct. Nicola,
Bank.
which singer played the title role in the 1996 film? Time is up. I cannot complete the question, and in that round you banked £220. Who is past their best? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Jack answered all his questions correctly, so he's the strongest link. The weakest link is Victoria, but Nicola is a close second. With so little between them, who will lose out in the voting?
OK, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Victoria.
Nicola.
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 Victoria. Why Nicola?
Some poor performance in earlier rounds, and now it's getting to the crunch. We need to know who we can depend on.
Right. Can we depend on you, Victoria?
I would like to think so.
Because you were actually the worst player in the last round, statistically. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, you do now, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
It won't faze me, though.
Nicola, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm kicking myself about the answer I gave for where silk was made. I knew it was China, but I just said India. I think Victoria will go next because I think she's definitely the weakest of the 3.
Round 7, and in the bank is £1,890 out of a possible 6,000. 3 of you left. Another 10 seconds is coming off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Jack. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jack. Mistral and soling are classes used in which sporting event?
Sailing.
Yachting, but I'll accept sailing. Victoria, in which century was the first telephone directory issued in the United Kingdom?
The 20th century.
19th century. Jerry, in which month is the yearly racing event Royal Ascot?
June.
Correct. Jack, who played Siegfried Farnham in the TV series All Creatures, Great and Small?
I don't know.
Robert Hardy. Victoria, name the policy particularly associated with Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain of granting concessions in an attempt to avert war.
Pass.
Appeasement. Jerry, in religion, how many noble truths does the Buddha's teaching consist of?
9.
4. Jack, what is the capital of Chile?
Santiago.
Correct. Victoria, what A is the famous comic creation from Gaul?
Asterix.
Correct. Jerry, from which Central American country was cocoa introduced into Europe in the 16th century?
Brazil.
Mexico. Jack, in literature, who is the author of the Gormenghast trilogy?
Walter Scott.
Mervyn Peake. Victoria, in maths, what is 12 times 6?
72.
Correct. Jerry, complete the title of this Gilbert and Sullivan opera, Trial by what?
Jury.
Correct. Jack.
Bank.
On an ordnance survey map, what does a round circle containing the letter H represent?
A hospital.
A heliport. Victoria, which comedian starred with Bing Crosby and Dorothy Lamour in the Road 2 series of movies?
Bob Hope.
Correct. Jerry.
Bank.
What hobby is philately, otherwise known as?
Stamp collecting.
Correct. Jack.
Bank.
In Tsarist Russia, the military attack on civilians on the 22nd of January 1905 has become known as what?
Don't know.
Bloody Sunday. Victoria, Pinto and Appaloosa are both
Horses.
what type of animal?
Horses.
That was the correct answer, and time is up, and in that round you won just £90. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank, and that means in the next round there's £3,000 to be won. The question is, who has got to go? Who is least likely to assist you in raising the prize money? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics show that Victoria is the strongest link and Jack is the weakest link. But at this crucial stage, will the players take more than this round's performances into account as they cast their votes?
Voting over, please reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Victoria.
Jerry.
Victoria.
Jerry, why Victoria?
I couldn't really say which of the 2 was the weakest that round, but I think Jack had been stronger in previous rounds.
Right. Jack?
Again, like Jerry, I was thinking back to the previous rounds, and
Right.
he had been a more consistent performer, I think, than Victoria, although I admit we were all pretty weak in that
Because,
last round.
Jack, if you just concentrated on the last round, would Victoria have been the weakest link?
I don't think so, no.
No. Because you were the worst player in the last round, weren't you, Jack?
I did.
Yeah. But it's votes that count. Victoria with 2 votes. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I can't believe that Jack voted me out. He was standing next to me. We seemed to have a telepathy going. We were really encouraging each other. We were voting off the same people, and I felt really sure that he was going to vote Jerry off and it was going to be me and him against the world. I am so disappointed in you, Jack. Hope you win, but I'm very disappointed.
Round 8 in the bank is £1,980 out of a possible 7,000. Jack and Jerry, just the 2 of you left, and this time you have only 90 seconds, but whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total to make up your final prize money. £3,000 is at stake in this round. You voted off the strongest link from the last round, so we'll start with the second strongest link. That's Jerry. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jerry, in what year did Arsenal Football Club win the FA Cup and League Championship double for the second time?
1995.
1998. Jack, which member of the pop group Take That was the first to leave the group in 1995?
Robbie Williams.
Correct. Jerry, who wrote the Spy trilogy Game, Set and Match?
Pass.
Len Deighton. Jack, in the UK, what are the first 2 letters in the Cardiff postcode?
CA.
CF. Jerry, with what type of books is the name Baedeker particularly associated?
Travel guides.
Correct. Jack, in history, what colour was the British postbox before 1874?
Black.
Green. Jerry, what type of animal would you expect to see at Walthamstow Stadium?
Dogs. Greyhounds.
Greyhound. Correct. Jack, in America, what is the name of the thick, creamy drink made of eggs, milk and alcohol usually drunk at Christmas?
No idea.
Eggnog. Jerry, in charity, what do the letters NSPCC stand for?
National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children.
Correct. Jack, if a piece of music is marked lento, how should it be played?
Slowly.
Correct.
Bang.
Jerry, from which group of islands does calypso music originate?
Caribbean.
Correct. Jack, in theatre, which Russian dramatist wrote Uncle Vanya and the Three Sisters?
Chekhov.
Correct. Jerry,
Bank.
in fashion, in which decade was the bikini invented by Louis Riard?
1950s.
1940s. Jack, in education, what do the letters NVQ stand
National
for?
Vocational Qualification.
That is the correct answer, but time is up, and you certainly didn't make it to £1,000. You won just £100. Never mind, we'll treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous rounds. That means prize money today of £2,280. But only one of you can take that money away. You will now be playing against each other head to head. I will ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It's as simple as that. If there's a tie after 5, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. So, Jack and Jerry, for £2,280, let's play the weakest link. Jerry, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first.
Jerry, in 1906, James Keir Hardie became the first leader of which current political party?
The Labour Party.
That is the correct answer. Jack, which female singer starred alongside Mel Gibson in Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome?
Cher.
The answer is Tina Turner. Jerry, with which religion would you associate the text of the Tripitaka?
Judaism.
No, Buddhism. Jack, in science, which metal is always present in an amalgam?
Mercury.
That is the correct answer. Jerry, In golf, who used to hold the record score for an Open Championship at St Andrews before it was beaten this year by Tiger Woods?
Nick Faldo.
That is the correct answer. Jack, Anchorage is the largest city in which of the United States?
Alaska.
That is the correct answer. Jerry, which MP led the parliamentary campaign against the slave trade in the British Empire?
William Wilberforce.
That is the correct answer. Jack, which European country uses the shilling as its currency?
Austria.
That is the correct answer. Jerry, in the Harry Potter books, who is Harry's arch enemy, often referred to as you-know-who?
Never read them. Aghard.
Voldemort. Jack, if you answer this next question correctly, then you have won £2,280. The Alhambra Palace is a major tourist site in which Spanish city?
Madrid.
The answer is Granada. Right, after 5 questions, we have a tie. So we now go into a sudden death situation. The questions will continue in pairs. Jerry, if you get your question correct, then Jack will have to answer his correctly or he'll lose. And Jerry, if you get your question wrong, then Jack will have to answer his correctly to win. So, Jerry and Jack, let's play sudden death. Jerry, which of Britain's national parks is situated in North Wales?
Snowdonia.
That is the correct answer. To stay in the game, Jack, you need to answer this question correctly. In a standard game of Monopoly, how much does it cost to get out of jail?
£50.
That is the correct answer. Jerry, in nature, what is the name of the powder produced in a plant's anthers?
Nectar.
The answer is pollen. So, Jack, for £2,280. Benteen, Sellers, Milligan and Seacombe were the surnames of which comedy quartet?
The Goons.
That is the correct answer. That means, Jack, you are today's strongest link and you go away with £2,280. Jerry, you leave with nothing. Join us again for the weakest link. Goodbye.
It was close, but when it came down to the final, he got more questions right than I did, so he won.
Well, when Jerry got his last question wrong, I thought, I'm not going to know the answer to the next question, but as soon as they started saying the couple of crucial words, Milligan, Spike Milligan, I knew that I was going to get the answer and that I had it wrapped up.